Combat Sports fans, Susan Cingari here with BKFC fighter Clifford Wright Jr., who had an amazing fight against Dave Rickels at BKFC 13. How are you today, Cliff?
I'm doing great.
So, Cliff, that fight was spectacular. What heart? You never went down.
Yeah, he hits hard, and I'm sure it would have dropped a number of guys that he'd have hit like that. But I've always sparred and trained with bigger guys, so I've been hit hard, and I just have a will to keep pushing forward. So there's no give up.
It's interesting you mention that because so many of the fighters I speak to, I ask them about how they're preparing mentally, and a big factor in the fight is their heart. So congratulations to you for having a huge heart and a lot of gung-ho. All right, do you think this was a moral victory for you then?
Well, when I took this fight coming into it, I said, really, I have all intentions of winning and putting on a performance to win or doing my best. But I said, I'm fighting for the next fight, for my next contract. 'Cause I took this kind of short notice, stepped up 2 weight classes, and now it's my turn to eat at my weight class.
Do you think the fact that you had to go up 2 weight classes had a lot to do with the loss?
It was definitely because he did a lot of leaning on me and pushing on me, so it definitely wore me down. And like I said, I fought 2 weeks before that at 155, so I tried to put on weight, but I still came in under the weight limit.
All right, it's always easy to pick apart the fight after it's over. Did you stick to your game plan?
No, not no. I kind of planned on trying to pressure him a little, and then working to my range, keeping him at distance when I wanted him at distance. He did a good job of pressuring me and not letting me work my range. So, hats off to Rickels.
What can you take away from this loss?
I know no one at 155 is going to hit as hard as him, so I definitely should be able to run through any of the competition at the 155.
Is there anybody you have in your mind that you want to call out now?
I'm trying to get on that top 5. They came out with that list, and I was like, man, my name ain't on neither one. I ain't even on the 175 list. So, and not calling anybody out, but I got to win over their number top 5 guy in MMA. So I know bare knuckles a different ball game, but anybody in the top 5.
So would you do anything differently in preparation next time?
Oh yeah, 2 weeks prior to that, I was preparing for a 5-minute, 3-round fight for MMA, and I would definitely prepare and train 2-minute rounds, so I'd be more prepared for the time limit.
So what range did you fight David Rickels at, and would you stay in that range next time you fight?
I'm more of an outside striker. I like to keep it at range on the outside of my punches. He did a good job of pressuring me and getting on the inside of the punches, making it a dirty fight. So, yeah, I definitely would fight at range, or try to at least.
Is bare knuckle fighting different than what you thought it would be?
No, I wouldn't say it's different, but it was more, like I was thinking my cardio would be a lot better for bare knuckle, given their 2-minute rounds. But it's all go for those 2 minutes. So, it's like a sprint, and you need to prepare for that.
What does it feel like to hit a fighter without gloves?
My knuckles are definitely swollen for a few days, my right hand. So it's definitely different, but I've broken my hands with gloves on, and I've broken my hand with a glove off. So either way, there's that chance.
It looks like you also got a bit of a shiner. I see those pictures from IG.
Yes. They said 5 stitches, but when I took them out, I only took out 2. So maybe 3 fell out, but I had 5 stitches above my eyebrow, and vision was a little blurry for a couple days, but I'm all good now.
So when and where can we see you back in action?
There's been discussion of December 4th, the Wichita card. So hopefully I can get an opponent set up for there. There's been a few names tossed around, so I'm not going to spill the beans yet. But once there's an official contract and everything's signed and ready to go, then it'll be announced.
All right. Before we go today, Clifford Wright Jr., is there anything else you want to add?
I would like to thank you for, taking your time out of your day to do this interview. Bare Knuckle for giving me the opportunity to, step up and show what I can do. Also, my gym for supporting me, man. There was everybody who bought the pay-per-view, whether you're buying it to see me get my butt kicked or buying it just to watch me kick some butt, then I appreciate you. And anybody that sent me a kind message before or after the fight, it's the money and all that and sharing my posts and all that, that's great and all, but when someone congratulates you even on a loss or just send something kind to you, it always puts a little more gas in the tank and motivates you. So I appreciate you guys too.
I love our bare knuckle fans and combat sports fans because they are so respectful and just great. So I'm happy to hear that they were getting back in touch with you on social media. All right, I want to thank Cliff Wright for taking the time to interview with Bare Knuckle News today. All right, BKFC fight fans, if you want to watch this fight, you can catch all the action on the BKTV app, which you can download. Thanks for watching, combat sports fans. Please subscribe and like this video. And if you want a fighter interviewed or have a comment, leave it in the comment section below, because I read all those. All right, for Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Cingari. And remember, no one beats us to the punch.